Hi there, welcome to my channel mathssl. I'm speaking Thaqib Latif. This is a very important video, extremely important. I'm gonna show you how to determine the equation of the cubic graph. If the cubic graph is given, how to determine the equation of the graph. So first, I'm gonna show you 7 types of equation, how to determine the equation of the cubic graph. So the first type, first derivative is given. So have a look here. So the question says the diagram below shows the curve of f of x is equal to ax power 3 plus bx squared plus cx plus d, and first derivative is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x plus 9. The graph of first derivative is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x plus 9. So this is the first derivative graph, parabola. Cuts the x-axis at A and B. So A and B, here he cut the x-axis, they are the x-intercepts. D and E are the stationary points. So this D and the E are the turning point of the cubic graph. So must remember this blue one, the blue color, this is the cubic graph. Negative 30 is the y-intercept of f. So this negative 30 is the y-intercept of the cubic graph f. Must remember this f is a cubic graph, blue one, and this is the parabola. This is the first derivative graph, which is the orange, which is the red color. Now the question says determine the equation of f. So we need to determine the equation of f. So we need to find this equation. So we need to find the equation of the f of x cubic graph. I'll show you how to solve this question. There is two ways to solve this question. The first method, by equating the coefficients. The second method, apply integration. That AP math learners, they will understand better. Antiderivative you can apply, and then you can solve this question. So I'll show you both ways. So method 1, by equating coefficients. This is the pure math learners, they like this method and this is easy for them. So the f of x we have, this is given, ax power 3 plus bx squared. So f of x cubic graph equation has been given. So the cubic graph equation, standard equation is f of x is equal to ax power 3 plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So the first derivative we have, that's given, negative 3x power 2 plus 6x plus 9. Now I'm going to take the derivative of this cubic equation. So the first derivative of the cubic equation, then I'm going to equate the coefficients. So I'm going to apply the first derivative here. It's going to be a 3ax power 2 plus 2bx plus c, because we are differentiating with respect to x. So the d is constant, so the derivative of constant is 0. So now we're going to equate the coefficients. So coefficient of x power 2, remember, x power 2, x power 2. Coefficient 3a is equal to negative 3. So I find the a here, negative 3 divided by 3 is going to be negative 1. Now 2b, I'm going to equate with the coefficients. This one, x with coefficient of x here, 6. So the b become is equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now the coefficient of c I'm going to equate, constant, c is going to be equal to 9, because the coefficient of x is 2b. I equate with coefficient of x here is equal to 6. Now c is constant and here is constant is 9, c is equal to 9. So therefore we got A and B and C values. Now, so we have now A, B, C. So the y-intercept is -30, or that is D. Must remember, this is the y-intercept in the original equation. So therefore D we have now, D is gonna be equal to -30. That's the y-intercept. D is gonna be equal to -30. That is y-intercept. So we equate the coefficients and we find the variables A, B, C. Now I'm gonna substitute back into the original equation. So therefore f of x gonna be equal to, now A values we got -1, -x power 3, and the B is +3, so it's gonna be a +3x squared, and the C we got +9 plus 9x, and the dy intercept we got -30, -30. So this is the equation of the cubic graph. Now I'm going to show you the second method, or you can apply. So this is AP Math Concepts. Apply integration, antiderivative, inverse of derivative, and then I can solve this question. I'll show you how to determine the equation of cubic graph. Apply integration. So this is the first derivative. This is the second method. Find the equation of f of x by integrating first derivative of x. The given derivative is -3x squared plus 6x plus 9. So we integrate first derivative. So how are we going to do that? So we're going to write here f of x is equal to, this is a integral sign, integration sign, and -3x square like a long S. That is the sign of integral, integration sign, plus 6x plus 9 dx. You must write dx. We're gonna integrate with respect to x, equal to, say we have -x power 3, and I need to apply the first derivative here. That's gonna be a -3x power 2. This 3 multiply with the coefficient of x, and then you minus from the power 1. That's gonna be my first derivative. And if I want to apply now, this is, I've got the first derivative -3x squared. If I apply integration, that's antiderivative, it will take me back into the f of x -x power 3. Have a look here. So this is f of x is equal to integral -3x power 2 dx. So we're going to integrate with respect to x -3x power 2. So it's equal to -3, the coefficients. So -3 coefficient I'm going to leave just like this. In x power 2 I'm going to add 1, become x power 3, and then I have to divide by the same power, which is 3 divided by 3. I'm going to simplify. 3 divided by 3, only left -1. So therefore the answer is -x power 3. Can you see? We go back to the original function f of x. So in the derivative, if you need to find the derivative, we multiply the coefficient and then we minus from the power 1. And if you want to apply the integration, antiderivative, so we leave the coefficient as is. In the powers there we add 1, and then 2 plus 1 becomes 3, and then you divide by the same power. There you multiply, here you divide. So now it will take you back into the function f of x. When you apply the integration, the answer is going to be -x power 3. So the integration is the inverse of derivative. Now I come back to my question. Now I'm going to apply the integration here. So it's going to be a -3 x power 2, add 1, become x power 3, and divide by same power 3, plus 6 coefficient leave as is, x power 1, add 1, become x power 2, and you divide by the same power 2, plus 9x. We integrating with respect to x. The integral of constant is gonna be a 9x. So you're gonna write plus c. C is referred to constant. When you integrate finish, you must write plus c. Now I'm gonna simplify. This become negative x power 3 because 3 and 3 is cancelled. 2 and 6 divided by 2 is 3 plus 3x squared and plus 9x plus c. So this I got the f of x now. Now I need to find the c. To find the c, now we need to substitute y-intercept, which is negative 30, which means x value is 0 and y value gonna be negative 30. So we substitute x equal to 0 and y value negative 30 into the equation to find the value of c. So we use the y-intercept to find the value of c. So f of x is equal to negative x power 3 plus 3x squared plus 9x plus c. So we're going to substitute x is 0, y value negative 30 into this equation. So y is negative 30. So y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of x. Must remember that. So it's going to be a negative 30 is equal to, place of x going to be a 0, negative 0 cube plus 3 0 square plus 9 multiply 0 plus c. So negative 30 is equal to c. Therefore the c value is negative 30. So write the final equation of f of x. So therefore f of x is equal to, so I'm going to substitute the value of c back into the equation of f of x. So therefore f of x going to be now negative x power 3 plus 3x squared plus 9x and the value of c is negative 30. So this is the equation of the cubic graph. Now this is the question. Now the graph of f of x ax cubed plus bx squared is sketched. The x coordinates at a and b are 1 and 2 respectively. So a and b x coordinates are given. X coordinates is 1 and b x coordinates is 2. The average gradient of f between a and b is 5,5. So the average gradient between these 2 points a and b is 5,5. The equation of the tangent to the curve of f at x equal to 6 is y is equal to negative 18x plus c. So this is the tangent line. Determine the value of a and b, show all working. So we need to show all calculation and the 8-mark question. This is the exam question. I took this question from past exam paper. This is second type, where average gradient is given. How to solve this question, I'll show you now. This is the second type. Now the average gradient is given. So we're gonna first step number 1, use the average gradient between a and b. Now must remember average gradient is given 5,5. So we got the x coordinates of a and b, but we don't have the y coordinates. So we got the function f of x is equal to ax power 3 plus bx square. Now we need to find the y value because the cubic graph passes, this is the equation of the cubic graph and passes through the point a and b. So which means if I got the x value of a and b, I can substitute into this equation to get the y value. So first I'm going to substitute to find the y value of a. So the coordinates, so the x coordinates of a I've got 1. So I'm going to substitute f of 1 into this equation. So the a 1 power 3 plus b 1 power 2, that will give me a plus b. Now I put f of 2, the coordinates of x coordinates of b, f of 2, a 2 power 3 plus b 2 power 2. Solve for f of 2, we have 8a plus 4b. Therefore, the coordinates of a we have x value 1, y value a plus b, and the coordinates of b we have x value 2, y value 8a plus 4b. Now I'm gonna take the average gradient between a and b. An average gradient already given 5,5. So I'm gonna find the average gradient between these 2 points. So this is gonna be my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, so this is my y2. So I need to find the average gradient. So I'm going to use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2, I've got 8a plus 4b minus, and y1 I got a negative a plus b bracket over x2 I got 2 minus 1, and average gradient we got 5,5. I'm gonna simplify now. 5,5 is equal to 8a plus 4b minus a minus b. This negative I apply inside over 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Further simplify. 5,5 is equal to, this becomes 7a plus 3b. So this is gonna be my equation number 1. I need to solve a and b. Step 2, I'm going to use the gradient of the tangent at x equal to 6, because the gradient of the graph is equal to the gradient of the tangent line at the point of tangency. So the first derivative at x equal to 6 is equal to gradient of the tangent line. So f of x we have ax power 3 plus bx square. First of all, I need to find the first derivative. That's going to be 3x power 2 plus 2px. Now, remember, at x equal to 6, we got the tangent line, which is y is equal to negative 18x plus c. So the gradient, this is the gradient at x equal to 6. So therefore, first derivative at x equal to 6, the gradient gonna be equal to negative 18, because the gradient of the graph is equal to the gradient of the tangent line at the point of tangency. Now, so I substitute x value into this first derivative. So it's gonna be f of 6 at 6, first derivative at 6 is gonna be a 3. A base of x is 6 square plus 2b multiplied 6, and this gradient already given negative 18 equal to negative 8. So I'm going to substitute the first derivative of 6. The gradient is negative 18 there, so I'm going to equate these two. So it's going to be I use my calculator, so answer is 108a plus 12b. Now I can divide the equation by a 6, I can see. So that's gonna be a negative 3 is equal to 18a plus 2b. So this is going to be my equation number 2 because I need to find the a and b. Now I'm going to solve the system of linear equations simultaneously. So we have two equations. So the first equation we have 7a plus 3b is equal to 5 comma 5. This is my number one equation, and equation number 2 which we found now 18a plus 2b is equal to -3. This is my number 2. So now I'm gonna solve simultaneously. So from equation number 2, you can take from equation number 1 also. We're gonna use the substitute method. From equation number 2, I can express b here in terms of a. So it's gonna be 2b is equal to -3. 18a, I pull over this side, become -18a. Both sides you divide by 2. I isolate the b. It's going to be a b is equal to -1 comma 5 -9a. Now I substitute this b value into equation number 1. So this is going to be my equation number 3. Now sub 3 into 1. Must remember we didn't use the 1, so I'm going to put back into the number 1. So place of b, I'm going to use this value. So the 7a plus 3, and place of b is going to be a -1 comma 5 minus 9a is equal to 5 comma 5. Now I'm going to use the calculator. 7a is become a -4 comma 5. I multiply 3 inside. -27a is equal to 5 comma 5. Now I simplify. It's going to be a -20a and equal to 5 comma 5. This 4 comma 5 I pull over that side, and it become positive. Become positive 4 comma 5. So therefore -20a is equal to, I add, answer is 10. 5 comma 5 multiply 5 comma 5 plus 4 comma 5 is 10. So I'm going to isolate the a. So the a value is going to be 10 divided by -20 is going to be a 10 divided by -20. The answer is -1/2. So the a value I got. Now a I'm going to substitute back into number 3 to get the b value. So b is equal to -1 comma 5 we earlier found, minus 9, and in place of a I'm going to put -1/2. So solve with calculator, the answer is 3. So therefore a is equal to -1/2 and the b value is equal to 3. This is my final answer. Now this is the question. One turning point is given. So this is type 3. Must remember, this is also, I took this question from previous exam paper, and it's a 5-mark question. The function f of x is equal to 2x power 3 plus px square plus qx plus 3 is drawn below. This is the cubic function. N point is 2 and -9. This is the end points, and m are turning points of f. So the n and m, this m, they are the turning points. They are the turning points of this cubic graph. G is the y-intercept of f. This is the y-intercept. A, B, C are the x-intercept of f. So we need to show that the p is equal to -5 and q is equal to -4. So we need to find the value of P and Q, but we only have information in this cubic function that we only got one turning point, which is n, 2 and -9. So how to determine the equation of the cubic function, I'll show you now. So use the given turning point n, 2 and -9. So the function we have, use the given turning point n, 2 and -9. If you need to find the turning point, first derivative must be equal to 0. So I need to find the first derivative of this graph. 6x power 2 plus 2px plus q, the derivative of 3 is going to be 0. Now, so the n is 2 and -9 is a turning point. So now, so the n we got 2 and -9. So I'm going to substitute. So the first derivative of at 2 must be equal to 0. So the first derivative at x equal to 2 must be 0. So I'm gonna substitute x value is equal to 2 into this first derivative. So it's gonna be a 6 2 square plus 2p multiplied 2 plus q equal to 0. Simplify. 24 plus 4p plus q is equal to 0. 4p plus q, 24 is the constant. I pull over this side, become -24. So this is our equation number first. Must remember, we need to find the value of p and q. Remember, in first type I showed you, when the first derivative is given, how to solve the cubic equation, and the second type I showed you, if the average gradient is given, how to determine the equation of the cubic graph. Now this is the third type, when one turning point is given, how to determine the equation of the cubic graph. I'm showing you now. So this is my number 1. So I need to now, must remember, at this point 2 and -9, the cubic graph also passes through there. So I'm going to substitute these x and y value into the original function in here to get the second equation. So use the turning point n, 2 and -9 on the original function. Must remember, the point n, 2 and -9 lies on the graph of f of x. So we can substitute these coordinates into the function. So it's going to be a y value -9, and the x value is going to be a 2 power 3. I'm going to substitute into the original function, plus p 2 power 2 plus q multiplied 2 plus 3. So I'm going to solve here now. This is -9, and this is going to be a 16 plus 4p. I use the calculator, plus 2q plus 3. So I simplify. It's going to be a 4p plus 2q, -9. 16 plus 3 is 19. I pull over this side, become -19. So therefore the 4p plus 2q is going to be equal to -28. So I can divide by 2 this equation. So it's going to be a 2p plus q is equal to -14. So this is going to be our equation number 2. Now I can solve simultaneously. Solve the system of equation. We have a system of 2 linear equation with 2 variables. So this is my equation number 1. This is my equation number 2. I can see here you can use the substitute method or elimination method. According to the elimination method, one of the variable coefficient must be equal. So you can see the q is coefficient is 1. Here is also q coefficient is 1. So I can use the elimination method. So according to the, or you can use the substitute method also if you want to. You can isolate from 1 q and then put back into the number 2 to find the p, but I'm using the elimination method because that's easy here now. According to the elimination method, in the equation one of the variable coefficient must be equal, so the variable q coefficient is 1. In second equation also the variable q, the coefficient is 1, so I can use I can eliminate here. So if you see the positive q and the negative q, then you must add, because positive and negative gonna cancel. But if you see both they are positive, see this is also positive sign, this is also positive sign, now I must subtract. So we're gonna subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1. So I can say 1 minus 2, or you can say 2 minus 1, same thing. So the 4p plus q, you're gonna minus this 2p plus q, and obviously the other side the constant as well, negative 4 minus 14. So now we're gonna simplify. For p plus q minus 2p, negative and positive become negative q, is equal to this side. I'm gonna use the calculator, answer is negative 10. So I simplify here, positive and negative cancel, so we got only 2p is equal to negative 10. So find the p value, negative 10 divided by 2, answer is negative 5. So the p is negative 5, we proved. Now this p I'm going to substitute into the equation number 1 or equation number 2 to find the p value. So I substitute the p value negative 5 into equation number 2 to get the q value. So the 2 place of p is going to be negative 5 plus q is equal to negative 14. So I use my calculator. So the answer is going to be at negative 10 plus q is equal to negative 14. Therefore, the q is going to be a negative 14. Negative 10 I pull over this side, become positive. So the answer is going to be a negative 4. There we proved, we have shown that p is equal to negative 5 and q is equal to negative 4. Shown that p is equal to negative 5 and q is equal to negative 4. There we find the values of p and q. This is the type 4. Two turning points are given. So the function says this is also past exam paper question. The question says the function f of x is equal to negative 2x power 3 plus ax power 2 plus bx plus c is sketched below. The turning point of f are t2 and negative 9 and s5 and 18. So this is turning point t and this is turning point s. The question says show that a is equal to 21 and b is equal to negative 60 and c is equal to 43. I'll show you how to solve this question. So first we need to find the derivative of f of x, because f of x passing through two turning points. This is the equation of the cubic graph. So the equation of the cubic graph is f of x is equal to negative 2x power 3 plus ax power 2 plus bx plus c. So this is the given function. So I'm going to find the derivative of f of x. So the first derivative of f of x, 2 times 3 is 6, negative 6x power 2 plus 2a power x plus b. We are differentiating with respect to x, so the derivative of c is a constant, is going to be 0. Now use the turning points to create a system of equations. So must remember the turning point where the first derivative is equal to 0. So and the two turning points are given, t we got 2 and -9, and S we have 5 and 18. Now I'm going to substitute the x coordinates of the turning point into the derivative equation to create a system of equation. So first, x equal to 2 into the first derivative. -6 2 square plus 2a, and place of x is 2 plus b is equal to 0. Must remember, first derivative by the turning point is equal to 0. Now I'm gonna solve here. This become -24 plus 4a plus b is equal to 0. So therefore 4a plus b -24, I switch over this side, become positive 24. So this is my equation number 1. Now I'm gonna substitute x value of s, which is 5. So the -6 5 square plus 2 multiply 5 plus b is equal to 0. This is the second turning point. Now I'm going to use the calculator. -150 plus 10a plus b is equal to 0. Now 10a plus b, -150, I switch over this side, become positive 150, and that's gonna be my equation number 2. So now we're gonna solve for a and b. So we got these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. So now I'm gonna subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2, or you can use the substitution method. I'm gonna use the eliminating method to solve for the solve the simultaneous equation, because the coefficient of b, they are equal in equation 1 and equation 2. So I'm gonna subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. So 2, I'm gonna subtract from 2 equation number 1 -2. So we got 2 10a plus b is gonna be a minus 4a plus b is equal to 150 minus 24. So this is gonna be a 10a minus plus b is negative. I apply inside -4a, -b is equal to 126. Now positive and negative cancel, so we only left with 6a is equal to 126. Therefore we solve for a, 126 divided by 6, the answer is going to be a 21. So we got the a value. Now to find the b value, I'm going to substitute a into, you can substitute in equation number 1 or 2, wherever you feel like the answer will be the same. So I'm going to substitute into the equation number 1. So the 421 plus b is equal to 24. 84 plus b is equal to 24. Therefore the b is going to be equal to 24 minus 84, because 84 as switch over this side become a negative. So the answer is going to be a -60. So therefore b is equal to -60. So now we got a and b. I'm going to substitute back into the original function. So the a value we got plus 21. So we're going to say plus 21 x power 2. Place of a is, I going to substitute the value of a. Place of b is going to be -60. So 60x, and the c we don't know. So still we need to find the c. So you can use one of the turning point, you can use S or you can use the T. Again, I'm going to use a turning point to solve for C. Must remember, we got the coordinates t and s on the cubic graph. So this is the original function of the cubic graph f of x. So you can substitute one of the turning point into this equation to find the c. You can substitute s, answer will be the same, or you can substitute to t, answer will be the same. Okay, I decide t. So substitute t we got 2 and -9. Even you substitute s, answer gonna be the same into this f of x. So that this is x, this is y. So it's gonna be a -9 is equal to -2 2 power 3 plus 21 2 power 2 minus 60 multiply 2 plus c. Now I'm gonna use the calculator one time. So I use the calculator. Answer is -9 is equal to -52 plus c. Now therefore the c is going to be equal to, now -52, when I switch over this side become positive, plus 52, so the answer gonna be is equal to 43. So therefore the a is equal to 21, b is equal to -60, and c is equal to 43. We proved. This is the type 5 where 3 x-intercepts are given. The question says determine the equation of the following cubic function in the form y is equal to ax power 3 plus bx squared plus cx plus d. So we need to find the equation of the cubic graph. So 3 x-intercept 1 2 3, and we got 1 point as well on the graph, 1 and 12. So we need to determine the equation of the cubic graph. This is the easiest type. I'll show you how to solve this one. So use the x-intercept to form a factored equation. So we got always x is a liar, so we're gonna write this is a root form. So the y is equal to a, and the first turning point x, -1 I'm gonna say +1, and the second one positive 2 I'm gonna say -2, and the third one positive 3 I'm gonna say x -3. So now we need to first solve for a here. So we got a given point which is 1 and 12. So the x is 1, y value 12, so the y is 12, x is 1. So I'm gonna substitute place of x1. So I use my calculator. 12 is equal to a multiply 2 multiply -1 multiply -2. So answer gonna be 12 is equal to positive 4a. Therefore the a is gonna be equal to 12 divided by 4, which is gonna be a 3. So we got the a now. So substitute the value of a is equal to 3 back into the factored equation, and then we're gonna expand. So the y place of a we got 3 now, x plus 1 x -2 multiply x -3. So I'm gonna expand now. This is easy now. 3 you can always is your choice, you can do first two or the last two, but I like to do first last two. X plus 1, so I'm gonna multiply these two terms. So the x multiply x become x square. So I'm gonna multiply, then be x times -3 is -3x. Now 2 -2x, negative become positive 6. Now I'm gonna simplify here. 3x plus 1 x square minus 5x plus 6. Now Now multiply the remaining factors. So we got 3x plus 1. I'm gonna multiply with this one now. X power 3. So I multiply x with x square minus 5x plus 6. Now I'm gonna multiply 1 with this one. So this become plus x square minus 5x plus 6. Now I'm gonna combine the like terms. 3 and this become x power 3 and negative 4x square. So I combine the like term, so this is my answer. Now I'm gonna multiply 3 inside, so this becomes 3x power 3 negative 12x square plus 3x plus 18. So therefore this is the equation of the cubic graph. So this is the type number 6, where x-intercept also a turning point. So we're gonna count x-intercept twice. The question says the graph of a cubic function f of x, ax power 3 plus bx squared plus cx plus d is sketched below. So p, q, r and s are points on the graph. Q and r are the turning point of the graph. So we need to show that a is equal to negative 2, b is equal to 10, c is equal to negative 14 and d is equal to 6. So we have x-intercept. This is the x-intercept. We're gonna count twice because x-intercept also a turning point. So, and when you see the x-intercept as well turning point, so we count as twice. Now, and this is the second. So we got 2 x-intercept here, and this is the third x-intercept, which is s 3 and 0. So also I'm gonna solve this question with root form. I show you how to solve this question. So this is gonna be a f of x, which is we have f of x is equal to y is equal to f of x. So this is the root form f of x, a x minus x1 multiply x minus x2 x minus x3. So now, so we got x is equal to, x is a liar, so we're gonna say positive 1 and positive 3 we have. So we're going to write here f of x is equal to a, and we're gonna count twice turning point, so it's gonna be x negative 1 square, and this is gonna be multiply x negative 3. So we're gonna use the another point to find the value of a. The graph also shows the y-intercept at point P, which is 0 and 6. So the y-intercept, x value 0, y value 6. So I'm gonna substitute, which is a P 0 and 6. I'm gonna substitute this point into the factored form of the function to solve for a. So 6 is equal to a 0 negative 1 square 0 negative 3. Place of x, I'm going to substitute 0 and y is equal to 6. 6 is equal to a, this become multiply 1 multiply negative 3. The answer is gonna be a negative 3a is equal to 6. So therefore a is gonna be a 6 divided by negative 3. So answer is gonna be a negative 2. So a value is negative 2. So the value of a, substitute it back into the factored form and expand the expression to get the standard form. So f of x is equal to a, we got negative 2, x negative 1 square multiply x negative 3. So I'm gonna negative 2, open up the perfect square formula, x square minus 2x plus 1 x negative 3. X negative 3 I'm gonna multiply with this x square minus 2x plus 1. So it's gonna be x power 3 minus 3x square. First I'm gonna x multiply with x square minus 2x plus 1, then negative 3. FOIL. So I'm gonna FOIL. So after I FOIL, this is my answer. So I'm gonna like term, I'm gonna simplify. X power 3 minus 5x squared plus 7x minus 3. Now I'm gonna multiply negative 2 inside. This become negative 2 x power 3 negative positive 10 x power 2 minus 14x plus 6. So therefore f of x is equal to negative 2x power 3 plus 10x squared minus 14x plus 6. This is my final answer. So there we got a, we got negative 2, and the b we got positive 10, c we got negative 14, d we have y-intercept 6. So this is the last type. Only x-intercept and y-intercept are given. Sketch below is the graph of f of x is equal to x power 3 plus ax squared plus bx plus c. The x-intercept of f are at 3 and 0. So this is the first x-intercept, and m lies on the negative x-axis. So this is also turning point as well as x-intercept. So we're gonna count twice. K, which is the y-intercept, 0 and negative 3. Now m and n are the turning point. Obviously this is the turning point and this m also turning point. So we need to show that the equation of f is given by f of x is equal to x power 3 minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. So we need to prove this equation. I'll show you how to solve this question. So I'm going to use the root form to solve this question. So the f of x is equal to root form a, and x, we say x is a liar. So the coordinates of m, I'm gonna denote with x value with t. It's because we don't know there is m, we don't know the coordinates of m. So we say plus t. Why? Because m laying by the negative section, so we say the x is a liar. So the instead of negative t, we're gonna write plus t square, and the third x-intercept is positive 3, so I'm gonna say x negative 3. X is a liar. So the a we already got because it's given, he say x power 3, so which means a is equal to 1. So we got the a. So f of x, a we already got 1. So this is going to be x plus t square and x negative 3. So this is easy now. Use the y-intercept to find the value of xm, the coordinates of m, which is now we say t. So k, we're going to sub k, x value 0, y value negative 3 into this f of x. So become negative 3 is equal to x becomes 0 plus t square is equal to 0 negative 3. So I'm going to solve here. This is going to be a negative 3t square is equal to negative 3. So therefore the t square is going to be a negative 3 divided by negative 3 is going to be 1. To find the t is going to be a positive and negative 1 root. So answer going to be a positive and negative 1. So obviously the t lies by the negative section, so therefore we're going to use the positive 1. T is a positive 1 because x is a liar. When I'm going to put back, is going to be a negative. So therefore x coordinates of m is equal to positive 1 because x is a liar. When I'm going to put back into the turning point by the negative section, going to be negative 1. So now I'm going to put the value of x coordinate of m back into the root form. So it's going to be a x plus 1 square and we got x multiply x negative 3. Now I'm gonna open up the root form. So this is a perfect square formula. I open up is x square plus 2x plus 1 multiply x negative 3. So I'm gonna multiply now x negative 3 with this x square plus 2x plus 1. So the x power 3 plus 2x square plus x, now negative 3, negative 3x square, negative and positive negative 6x, negative 3. Simplify x power 3, this become negative x square and minus 5x and minus 3. So this is my f of x. This is my final answer we proved. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day.